Welcome back to our professional ethics and knowledge class. I hope you are all safe. Let me share screen to you all. Okay. In this previous class, we discussed about Unit 2 professional ethics, right? Unit 2 professional ethics. Principles for harmony. So here principles means set of rules and regulations. So set of rules and regulations for maintain the harmony. So here harmony means a good relationship between all other persons and a good relationship and a good agreement between the society. That is called as here harmony. So here we have already completed human dignity, human rights, and we already discussed about fundamental duties, which is given by the Constitution of India, right? 51 article and subsection A. Article 51 subsection A, as per based, we discussed for these fundamental duties, right? And next we discussed about emotional intelligences, and then emotional intelligence models, Solvay model and Mayer's models, already we discussed. Now today's class we go through these emotional competencies. Emotional competencies, it is similar to emotional intelligence. So emotional competencies. Okay. So before going to know about emotional competencies, just understand emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence. Already we discussed, right? We have discussed this thing in the previous session, right? Emotional intelligence. So here, emotional intelligence means controlling of our emotions, right? Balancing of all emotions. That is called as here emotional intelligence. So here, look at this point. Emotional intelligence is a person's ability to understand their own emotions, the emotions of others, and to act appropriate using these emotions, right? So here we need to understand and we need to focus upon this here. So that is the person's ability to understand, their own emotions, as well as emotions of others, own emotions and other emotions. These are the major important things we need to understand here. So first of all, understanding our own emotions and understanding others' emotions. So first of all, we need to get emotional intelligence and we need to have controlling of our emotions. We should, for this, we should have the control and ability to understand our emotions, right? And others' emotions also. Then only we can have the control upon our emotions, right? So these are the different ways. Personal inventory. Next, identify the skills needed. Next, interest or enlist trusted friends. So list out the trusted friends, right? And focus upon a few competencies. So that's the point here. Focus on the few competencies is here our topic. So emotional competencies. We need to focus, right? And then practice. Be observant. So simply be observer and reflective or put into action for our emotions, balancing upon the society. So don't expect immediate result, and as well as I told you, don't expect anything in the future. So this is a simple reason to control of our emotions. Don't expect anything from others. And don't expect anything for immediate results, and don't expect anything for your and my future, right? Learn from your mistakes and knowledge your success. So these are the few steps we need to follow for control of our emotions, balancing of our emotions. That is thing is here, emotional intelligence. So here, this the fourth point is very, very important. So today's topic, we need to discuss, focus on few competencies. Already we discussed these all things in this previous class, right? Now, today's class, these two slides, right? Emotional competencies. So here, what is meant by emotional competencies? So competencies means here capabilities or abilities to control of our emotions. That is called as here emotional competencies. So here, look at this thing, emotional competencies. So competencies means here capabilities or abilities. So having capabilities or abilities to control our emotions. Capabilities and abilities to control our emotions. That is called as here emotional competencies. Once again, I want to repeat it. Capabilities or abilities for controlling of our emotions, and capabilities, abilities for balancing of our emotions. That is here emotional competencies. This the emotional competencies or emotional balancing capabilities, emotional controlling abilities is called as their emotional competencies, right? So this emotional competencies is one of the major thing to increase our emotions control, emotional intelligence, right? So now coming to this point. So emotional competencies and emotional capital refers to the essential set of personal and social skills to recognize. So essential set of personal and social skills to recognize and interpret and also respond usefully to emotions in oneself and others. So this is a very, very important thing is here. The total meaning is insert in this point. So essential, so very, very important, essential set of skills, essential set of skills. What are the skills here? Personal skills as well as social skills. So both skills we need to recognize and both skills we need to interpret in the society. So society means already I told you. Society means here four categories are here. Friends, relatives, neighbors, and the unknown persons. These are the four categories that comes under the society. So here a set of means is rules and regulations list. So set of personal skills. So simply ourselves, my skills, and the society social skills we need to find out, means here recognize, and we need to interpret or present or put into action in front of the society, and also respond usefully to the emotions in oneself and others. So having the personal skills and having the social skills and recognize them, interpret or present them or put into action in front of the society for useful to our emotions in oneself as well as others, right? So observing and having some personal skills and social skills and put into action these skills in front of others for controlling of our emotions, controlling of our emotions or balancing of our emotions. So these emotional competencies or these capabilities we need to build up here, we need to develop here. Then only we have the control upon our emotions, right? So that is the point is here. So once again, I want to repeat it. Emotional competencies means capabilities or abilities, and capital refers to the essential set of personal skills as well as social skills. We should identify these two things, personal skills and social skills. So identify and interpret or put into the action and respond usefully to the emotions in oneself, means ourself, oneself and others. So this type of developing skills, this type of build up the competencies or abilities for balancing up our emotions, right? That is the simple point here, emotional competencies. Now coming to the next slide. So this is the emotional competencies, Daniel Goleman's model. Daniel Goleman, Daniel Goleman's model, emotional competencies, right? It is similar to Salve and Mayer's model, right? So here, look at this thing. So here, emotional competencies, just I told you, to develop or to build the capabilities and abilities to control of our emotions. So these are the few points we need to recognize, and we need to understand to what are the abilities and what are the capabilities we should develop, we need to develop for controlling of our emotions. So these are the points. So first one, recognize means understanding personal skills and social skills. Just here. So recognize personal skills and social skills. So recognize personal skills. These are the personal skills. And look at this. Social skills. We need to recognize these things. Right? Coming to the previous slide. So here, interpret and respond usefully. So here, regulate or put into the action for our personal skills, as well as to maintain the good relations, means to have the social skills. So this previous slide, we discussed these two things, personal skills and social skills. Recognition is this is the first point, and interpretation and respond is here, regulation, right? So these are the two slides. So coming to the first thing, self skills or personal competencies. Simply personal skills, just recognition. What are the skills already we have, and what are the skills we need to develop? So here we need to concentrate two things, what skills we have and what skills we need to develop. So these 2 points are comes under here, personal competencies. So simply personal skills recognition. Coming to here, as per previous slide, social skills recognition, social skills recognition. So here social awareness means here social skills. So social skills recognition, social skills recognition. So in this Daniel Goleman's model, it is simply a matrix model, matrix, 2 by 2 matrix model, right? So here social skills recognition. So here, what are the skills we need to have to mingle with the society, to interact with the society? So that type of social skills we need to recognize ourselves, right? So here, as per previous slide, interpret and respond personal skills, and interpret and respond social skills. So here, interpret or respond means here regulate. So here, personal skills, interpretation and regulate. So, and the second thing, social skills, interpret and respond. So these are the social skills. So respond or regulate or interpret of the social skills. So these are the matrix, right? So here, look at it carefully. In this Daniel Goleman's model, emotional competencies, as per previous slide, set of personal skills and social skills recognition. So personal skills and social skills recognition. So first coming to this personal skills recognition part. Recognition means identification. So here, self skills or self-help skills. Already I told you, self-help skills or self-awareness. So know ourselves. We should know ourselves to develop our emotional intelligence or emotions control, right? So here we need to develop and we need to identify ourselves. That is called as self-awareness. So emotional self-awareness. So simply here in this self-awareness, emotions means so to know your emotions, to know our emotions. So what are the different types of emotions you have or I have, right? What are the different emotions we have? Identify and recognize our emotions, our emotions. So self-awareness, know about yourself, and this what are the confidence level we have? So self-confidence, confidence levels, and accuracy, accurate self-assessments. So self-assessment means test yourself, check yourself. That is called as here self-awareness. Sorry, self-assessment. So assessment means testing, so checking, so self-check, self-test, self-check accurately, accurately. Accurate means perfect. So accurately check yourself. It is one of the skill to develop on to know about yourself. And next thing, the confidence, self-confidence. Already we discussed in the previous classes. Self-confidence. Just we have three categories. Characteristics already we discussed. And here, what are the factors? Our self-confidence is dependent. And next third thing is, what are the methods we need to have to develop our confidence levels? Already these three things we discussed in the previous class, right? Confidence, self-confidence. So in this part, identify or recognize our confidence levels, self-confidence levels. So apart from these, we know ourselves or self-awareness, our levels of controlling, self-controlling levels, self-directing levels, self-motivation levels, and diet controlling, eye controlling, talk controlling. So these are the few things. Based upon these things, we need to develop ourselves. So, and also we have some skills and what are the level of our emotions to interpret in the society, right? So self-awareness, to know ourselves based on self-control, diet control, emotions control, talk control, eye control, meditation, right? Self-direction, self-guidance. Next is confidence levels, courage, boldness. These are a few things we need to understand. So this is all about self-awareness. So recognize ourselves. And next, recognize or identify the social skills we have. So here, social awareness. So social awareness, recognition skills means here, what are the skills we need to have to mingle with the society, to interact with the society. That is the point is here. So empathy. So as are we having empathy or not? Are we having sympathy or not upon others? And the service orientation. So are we having service oriented or not? Next, organizational awareness. So organizational awareness. These are the few parts or few skills to helping to interact with the society or interact with the others. So here others. So in this part, we need to understand two things in this social awareness. Right here, others we have two categories. First category, our internal people, and second category, our external people. So internal people means father, mother, brothers, and sisters. External people means friends, relatives, neighbors, and unknown persons. These are the two categories are considered in this others. So here, social skills means recognize our social skills and interpretation in front of the others, and interpretation in front of the family members, friends, and in front of the society also. So social skills, recognition, empathy and sympathy, and having pity, kindness, and social service orientation, organization awareness. These are the few skills to useful to the society. So just to we check ourselves, are we having these things or not? Right? Next, coming to regulation. Regulation means here interpret and respond. Interpret and respond the personal skills, and interpret and respond to the social skills. So here, personal skills, interpret and useful, and respond. These are the points. So self-management. So manage ourselves. So here, emotional self-control. So emotional controlling is very, very, very important thing. Controlling of our emotions, right? So in this point, we have the three parts: Salve model, Mayer's model, this Daniel Goleman's model. These are the three models we have to control of our emotions, right? So in this thing, emotional self-control. So controlling of our emotions. That is the point here. So emotional self-control. I want to repeat it. Controlling of our emotions. Next, trustworthiness. Trustworthiness is another regulate or interpret or respond to develop and to having the control upon our emotions, right? And next, conscientiousness and adaptability and achievement drive. Next, initiative. So these are the few another techniques to manage ourselves. Manage ourselves. Based upon these all points, the important things are two here: the emotional self-control and the adaptability. These are the two very, very important things we have. So emotional self-control and the adaptability. Adaptability means observing others and having some knowledge and gaining some knowledge and interpret in front of the society, right? That is called as the adaptability. So these all for self-management in the part of interpret and respond usefully, right? And coming to this last category, social skills, interpretation, and respond or regulate. So for this thing, we have these different points. So here, relation management with the society, relation maintained with the internal people, relation maintained with the society. Society is here, relation maintained with the friends, relatives, neighbors, and unknown persons. So how to build the relation and how to develop the relation between the society or others, and how to interact with the society. That is the point here. So interpret and useful, respond useful to social skills towards to build the relation between the other persons or in front of the society. So here, developing others. So it is the first key point to maintain good relationship with the others. That is developing others. Try to help them and try to having pity and kindness upon others and try to give the help and try to give the support to others. So that is the point here, developing others to maintain good relationships. Next, influencing of others by your communication, by your balancing of emotions, right? Next, having the proper good communication. Through this communication, we can easily maintain good relationship with others, good communication and positive communication. And next, conflict management. The conflict management is here solve the disputes between the human beings. So solve the disputes, any type of problems, any type of disputes we need to solve here. That is the point is here, conflict management. Next, visionary leadership. So leadership. Leadership means we have 3 points: lead, leader, leadership. So these are the 3 points insert in this the same word: lead, leader, leadership. These 3 words are insert in the leadership word, right? What is meant by lead? Lead means to guide, to direct, to control the people, the team leaders. So leader means who lead the team, who give the guidance, the leader. So who lead the team? The person is here leader. So leadership means the leader having the skills and abilities, capabilities to lead his team. That type of skills and capabilities are called as here leadership. Leadership. Once again, I want to repeat this: leadership, visionary leadership. So here we have 3 types: lead, leader, leadership. These are the 3 points. Lead means to guidance, to give directions, to control the team. Lead. So who lead, who give the directions? That person is called as here leader. Leader. So leadership means the leader having skills and abilities to lead his team. That type of skills and abilities of a leader is called as here leadership. So once again, I want to repeat it. A leader having skills and abilities to lead his team. That type of skills and abilities having by the leader is called as here leadership. So through the proper leadership, we can have the good relationship with the society. Next, catalyzing the change. So plan for the change, be the change, not wait for the change. Next, building the bonds. Bonds means a good relations, good positive relations. So build or develop the good relations, the bonds. And last, teamwork and collaboration. So teamwork. So these all for to maintain social skills, to develop or to build the relationship management with the society or with the colleagues in the company, right? These are the few points we need to discuss here. So in this previous session, slide, emotional competencies. So competencies means here abilities and capabilities to control of our emotions. So here in this part, we need to observe personal skills and social skills. So recognize, interpret, and respond usefully towards our personal skills and social skills. So this is Daniel Goleman's emotional competencies model, right? Here we have 2 types of skills: personal skills and social skills. And we need to have 2 types of recognizations: recognition and regulate. So regulate personal skills is used for self-management. Listen carefully. You have the Google form now. So personal skills regulation is used for self-management. Social skills regulation is used for relation maintenance. So personal skills recognition is for self-awareness. Social skills recognition is for social awareness, right? These 4 points you need to understand. And personal skills, we have emotional self-awareness, accurate self-assessment, and self-confidence, social skills, empathy or sympathy, service orientation, organizational awareness. So to maintain self-management, emotional self-control, trustworthiness, conscientiousness, adaptability, and achievement drive initiatives. These are the few things to develop ourselves. Develop ourselves. And these are for maintain and develop a good relationship with the society or with our colleagues or with our friends, relatives, neighbors, and unknown persons, and with our family members. So, how to build the relations? These are the few points. Based upon these all things, we can have and we can develop and we can increase our relationship with all other persons. This is all about Daniel Goleman's model, emotional competencies, right? So this emotional competencies is one of the major thing is used for controlling of our emotions. So it is as a thing to control of emotional intelligence, control of our emotional balances. So emotional competencies, right? Thanks for listening, guys. We will meet in the next session with a new topic, value education, right? Thanks for listening. Bye, guys. Stay home, stay safe. Be careful with Corona.